Hi, my name is Mazarine, and today I'm going to be reading you an excerpt from my latest book, Healing from the Nonprofit Sector. This one is called How Did You Get So Good at Dreaming? The other night my partner and I were talking. He said, "How did you get so good at dreaming?" And I realized that when I was a kid, I was scapegoated and trapped, but I could dream, so I dreamed as hard as I could. How do you know if you were scapegoated? So I was listening to the Back from the Borderline podcast, and I got some answers in a 3-part series that Molly Adler did on the research work of Rebecca Mandeville, who coined the term family scapegoating abuse. And if you are interested in taking this quiz I'm about to describe to you, definitely go to her website. It's called scapegoatingrecovery.com. So here are some questions to see if you were a scapegoat in your family. Were you not truly nurtured? Were there addicts' neglect in your family? Did your parents neglect and abuse you? Were you told that you were the cause of all the drama? Did you fantasize about running away? Did you feel like you didn't belong and wanted to escape? Was there gaslighting? Were your feelings denied or shoved off or attacked? Did you drift off into fantasies wishing someone would rescue you, or maybe your real parents would come? Did you feel like your parents were invalidating of your needs and emotions? Did you feel like your parents singled you out and treated you differently? Did you fantasize about being able to disappear so you could no longer be subject to their disdain? Did it feel like one of your parents just didn't like you or couldn't stand having you around? Were you ever toxically shamed, like you just weren't going to be good enough? Did a parent tell you that you were bad or too much? If only you would do XYZ, if you could change to be different, then you'd be deserving of their love? Did you have to tiptoe around the explosive emotions of your parents? Did you have to diminish the sensitive, boisterous, creative child that you were? Tone down who you were? Were you regularly bullied at school? Was your parent scapegoated? Did your siblings consistently speak negatively about you and repeat the scapegoated narratives from your parents? When you attempted to talk with your parents and express your needs, did they, instead of listening to you, respond that you were too much, gaslight you, and turn it around on you as a means to cover up their own projected abuse? Did your parent express that they were suffering? They were the victim dealing with a difficult kid. So this is used with permission from Rebecca Mandeville, LMT, LMFT, CCTP. Okay, for a lot of these questions, the answer is yes for me. And so at the age of 8, I realized I would have to live 10 more years with the scapegoating situation. And I decided I was going to get out and simply live. I was going to talk to my friends on the phone. I was going to have my own clean, quiet place where no one could come in. Dreaming was all I had. That was my big dream, just be away. And now I'm scapegoated and free. Like, the scapegoating is still happening, but I'm no longer in that environment. My family still blames me for the unhappiness of a person I haven't seen in years. Most do not understand why I had to cut off contact. There's a lot of just forgive thrown around. But the thing is, being a scapegoat, it's an incredibly hard path. I know who I am outside of them, and I'm free now. I'm also able to notice scapegoating when it happens in other places. It absolutely happens at a societal level, and it will also happen inside of organizations. So a lot of people who have been scapegoated at home will find that they get scapegoated at work as well, and they're more easily able to notice it when it's happening to other people. Dreaming became my superpower because I was so tightly controlled. There was not a lot else I could do. I couldn't have friends over. I couldn't have freedom of movement. So I sat there and I wrote and I tranced out and I dreamed. I felt my freedom in my heart before I ever felt it in my body. If you feel trapped now, you're not alone. Being scapegoated still affects me. It might still affect you too if you resonate with any of the above. If you're still suffering from the after effects of being placed in the scapegoat role, there's a quiz on Rebecca Mandeville's website that you definitely need to take and see if it's still affecting you. Feel free to copy out those questions and sit with them. Write your thoughts or speak them. Hard answers, deep answers come with time. You may also want to check out Back from the Borderline's 3rd part of the series on disenfranchised grief, from scapegoating abuse. or the toxic shame episodes. So why am I sharing this now? Because we've seen increasing xenophobia, increasing tribalism since 2020 and globally. In the US, we've seen a rightward shift by Democrats and Republicans. It's really not about polarization, it's about genocide. And for the last several years, we've seen genocide on an incredible scale. We've seen people divided into black and white categories, for us or against us, and a lot of fallout, a lot of shaming, and a lot of scapegoating. Dr. Devin Price, who is trained as a political psychologist and has done campaign work, writes, opposing queer rights, blaming poverty on drug use, and low morals, invading other countries to plunder their resources, these were the normative political positions of their time. It's not political polarization that created these problems at all. Looking at how the US government actually behaves, I see that the parties are overwhelmingly aligned. They move together to procure oil, money, and land, while the majority of everyday people stand on the sidelines, unable to weigh in on anything except the color of the banners that get flown. If most Americans do hold lofty values like benevolence and conservation, then those values are incapable of being expressed within our political system. There is no sensible, moderate position on matters like genocide. There is no middle ground between destroying the Appalachian Mountains for fossil fuel and seeing those 480 million-year-old lands preserved. Either you believe the present state of affairs is irredeemable and wish to see it ended, or you take steps to silence the people who do fight for such change, deeming them extremists who refuse to compromise. For a scapegoat, being ignored, feeling like an alien is nothing new. You've already survived this, and you know what to do. You mask up, find your people, dream and work towards the world you want. I'm not going to tell you it's all going to be okay, because it won't be. Things are going to get worse for most of us. But I want you to know that you're not alone. If you've been scapegoated, I am here and feel that grief too. You're not crazy. It really is happening. I want you to know what scapegoating is so you can notice if it happens to you. I want you to see it and be able to speak against it. Nothing shatters a fascist illusion quite like speaking truth directly if you can. If you want more on scapegoating, definitely check out Rebecca Mandeville's book, Rejected, Shamed, and Blamed, Help and Hope for Adults in the Family Scapegoat Role. If you like this, there's more in my book, Healing from the Nonprofit Sector.